One of my favorite topics to talk about is the state of the comic book industry, because it's never been in a worse place as it is right now. Comic book shops are closing. Nobody is really that interested in new comic books anymore. And it's really kind of sad when you think about how long Marvel has been at the top of pop culture. I mean, the Marvel Cinematic Universe has really just taken over pop culture for the past 10 years or so. It's a time when these characters have never been more popular. I mean, who even ever knew who Ant-Man was 20 years ago? Nobody knew who he was, but now he's like almost a household name because these movies have been so dominant at the box office. All of that's kind of winding down now, but that's not the subject of this video. The subject of this video is how the source material has really taken a hit. Comic books did not benefit from Marvel being at the top at all. Marvel or DC. None of this stuff trickled down to the comic book industry. It might have, but who knows? Every time a main character was in a movie, Iron Man is a great example. When you went to go buy an Iron Man comic, you got Riri Williams. Oh, you just watched a Captain America movie. You want to know more about Steve Rogers? What's his latest comic book adventure? Well, you got the Falcon. So while the movies were dominating the box office, the comic books were going full woke leftist policy, big time. That was at the height of it. It's still bad now. There's still a lot of books like that, but they've kind of tried to go back to the basics on a few. At least DC has. So they've tried to put something out there for fans. Marvel's doing the same thing by rebooting the Ultimate Universe. None of this shit works. I mean, look what you get. This is the hot idea. Another self-insert character. So Mags Sasaggio, comic book writer, who is a trans woman, decided that she wanted to turn Connor Kent from Superboy to Skyrocket. And this is what he would have transitioned into. Brian Michael Bendis, big comic book guy, liked it. Ultimately, it was rejected. But this is the ideas that are being kicked around in mainstream comic book studios. Nobody wants this. I'm sorry. Nobody wants this to happen to Connor Kent. We know that, they went to another direction with another Kent, but that's another story. This is what you get in American comics, which is why manga is taking over the comic book industry. And we're going to get to that in a second. But a prediction that I made was that One Piece is going to bring in new fans to the franchise and do what Marvel didn't do, which is actually bring new people to the source material. And I don't have tons of evidence, but I have some. So this chart just dropped the other day, October 6th. This is the top 20 adult graphic novels. Now, it's funny, they kind of spin this a little bit. This is the data for like bookstores and stuff like that. And they put adult graphic novels on there because there's no American books that ever make this list. Sometimes they do. Like, for example, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin is at number 5. This has actually been in the top 5 all year because The Last Ronin is amazing. But every other book on here, except like Disney manga, is manga. See, Tim Burton, Japanese manga makes it. Nobody's interested in the superheroes. And the latest One Piece book is on here, but I want to show you. So this is from 8/27 to 9/30. The live-action One Piece released August 31st. Okay, that's important. So it's for the whole month of September. Look what made the list. One Piece Volume 1 includes Volumes 1, 2, and 3. It cracked the top 20. One Piece Volume 103, I don't know if that counts because that's a probably a newer manga volume. But volumes 1, 2, and 3 cracked that list. You know why that is, right? It's because people watched this Netflix show and said, I want to get into the source material. I want to check out the source material. Let's check that out. Let's go see what that's like. They went and picked up the manga books. They probably start watching the anime, too. I've been watching the anime. I'm on like episode 100. We just got to Alabasta. Okay, this franchise actually brought in new fans to the source material. They didn't just become One Piece live-action fans, and I'm sure there are some that will just watch this. But this actually has so far, we'll see if it's on there next month, but so far, this show has been bringing in new fans. And now we actually have a little bit of evidence to support that. It's in the top 20, baby. It's in the top 20. I've been covering this a long time. I've only seen Batman on this list 1 month, and that was because it crossed over with a Fortnite code. Some Fortnite Batman graphic novel. And the only reason any kids bought that shit was for a code. They didn't read it for the story. Every month, it's Japanese comics on here. Month after month. Those Marvel movies, now the comic book movies are going to start to fizzle out, and they are. It kind of looks like they're fizzling out a little bit. Maybe that'll change, but all this time, all those movies came out. A movie would come out, do gangbusters. You would never see the graphic novel, whatever that was based on, track this. Secret Invasion came out. Did you see Secret Invasion crack the top 20 graphic novels? No, you never did. One Piece comes out 1 month. Boom. The first 3 volumes omnibus cracks the top 20. That's funny. I think that's hilarious because that show actually did what Marvel never did. Actually makes the source material popular. It should show you something. And it should cause some people to wake the hell up in this industry. Nobody wants this shit. This is not what's going to save comic books. Transitioning Connor Kent. All the American comic book writers, all they know how to do is self-insert and look at their own lives. They can't imagine themselves any other way, and that's how they write. They can't imagine the characters any other way, but through a self-insert to their own life. Sad, man, but, people do want this stuff, and you see it. Like, I can't say any more about it. I was right. We'll see if it holds. I bet you'll see this on there again next month. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. I'd like to hear from you. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.